Now please listen here. Okay, here you can find the different subregions of Neotropical well. Neo means new. That's how that term actually comes. Neo. And Paleo means old. Because South America was recently discovered by Europeans. That's why they are calling it as a Neotropical. And most of these studies were actually conducted by European scientists or American scientists. So they call South America a new place. That's why the word Neo came. Here you can find that there are 4 subregions. First one is the Brazilian subregion. Now coming to the Brazilian subregion, basically it comes to the tropical rainforest of South America. We have seen that this is the Brazilian subregion, and what is shown in that deep green color, and this portion is the rainforest regions of South America. And that is the Brazilian subregion. Not only Brazil, few other countries, a certain portion of Brazil, Bolivia, etc. are also part of this Brazilian subregion. Brazilian subregion is basically characterized by very thick forest, like the forest like this one. And Brazil is an important river in South America, and this river is going through different areas of South America, especially Brazil. Here you can see that this is the Brazilian river, and it has a lot of tributaries also, branches also. That is why Brazil is a highly fertile region with a lot of rainforest, and it is situated in the equatorial region. And these are the reasons why Brazil is highly diverse in its plants diversity as well as animal diversity. So first subregion is the Brazilian subregion. With regard to Brazilian subregion, the most characteristic feature is the tropical rainforest. Then comes the Mexican subregion. Mexican subregion consists of Central America. By Central America, we basically refer to the region between North America and South America. There is a portion which is connecting North America and South America. That is a Central America. And there are few states are there. Basically, Panama is an important state. Here you can see that this region is known by the name the Central America. Here you can find Panama, and through Panama is famous because of Panama Canal, which has been built by Americans. And so Panama is an important state. Then many smaller countries are also there. So second subregion is there is a Mexican subregion. Why it is known as a Mexican subregion is that because you can see that the lower portion of North America is known as Mexico, and this Central America connects North America with South America, and here you can see that this portion is actually Mexico. So a southern portion of Mexico is also part of this Mexican subregion. And the important features of the Mexican subregion is that the Mexican subregion is slightly different. There are not any thick rainforests in Mexican subregion. So that is an important characteristic. So Central America is not characterized by thick forest because it is still far away from equator. That is the reason why. But still it is not a dry place. The forests are also present in that region, but not as thick or like the rainforest that we can find in South Amazon. Then comes the Chilean subregion. Now coming to the Chilean subregion, it is on the west coast of South America. So this is how the Chilean subregion will be basically. Chile is a place see here you can see that. This is a Chilean subregion. And an important feature of Chilean subregion is that it is mostly dry in nature. And normally if you look at the deserts of the world, most of the deserts are usually located on the western side of a continent. You take Thar Desert, you take Sahara, you take this Namibia Desert, you take California Desert. These are all the western portion or western side of a major of a continent. There is one reason for that, because the earth is rotating from west to east. It is because that west to east rotation, most of the time the deserts are located on the, because of the, and that is influencing the flow of our clouds, flow of our waterfall, ocean currents. All these are influenced by this rotation of earth from west to east. So that is the reason why the major deserts of the world are always located on the western side of any mainland. So Chilean subregion is a dry region characterized by this sort of climate. Then comes the West Indies subregion. Now, importance of the West Indies subregion, this is the West Indies. So many smaller countries are there. And this West Indies is inhabited by many people from Africa. That is why we say the Caribbean. Caribbean people are usually black people because they have inhabited, and these are the people who came from Africa. That is why if you look at the Caribbean islands, most of the majority of them are black people. So here you can see the Haiti, very poor, always that will be news because of some kind of political trouble. Then Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands, then Antigua and Barbuda, Dominico, Saint Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago. So very lot of smaller islands are there. And this sea is known as the Caribbean Sea, and this is the South America. So all these are also coming under a separate subregion because their climate, their physical features, the rainfall pattern, temperature, animal life, plant life are all very much different from most of the other region. It is also known as Andean subregion because here you can find somewhere Antilles. Antilles is also a small island here. That is why it is also known by the name Andean subregion, also known as the West Indies subregion. That is a more popular name. So these are the different type of subregions that we are finding in the case of South America. Remember, there are 4 subregions: Brazilian, Mexican, Chilean, and West Indies. Now we will see what are the animal diversity, what is the animal diversity, or what is the features of fauna. Basically, the fauna of Neotropical region is rich in endemic family. What is the meaning of the word endemic? Present only in one part. Endemic to Kerala means present only in Kerala. Endemic to India means present only in India. So many animals present in Neotropical region or South American region are only present in South America. They are not present in any other parts of the world. That is why we call it the endemic to South America. So there is a high diversity of endemic animals. That is, many of the animals that you are seeing in South America are only present in South America. They are not present in any other parts of the world. That is an important, almost 40 families. 40 families, if you take mammals, mammals are considering some 30 families. So many of the major animal groups are very well represented in South America. That is a mean. Out of 155 families of vertebrates, vertebrates means fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. All these are vertebrates. And together there are 155 families of vertebrates are there. Out of that, 40 families are from South America itself. That will show the importance of South America in animal diversity, because the animals present in South America are only present there. So South America is almost like a museum of the world. Other fauna is shared with the Nearctic and Tropic. Nearctic means North American region. So Nearctic fauna. So many of the because animals of South America have reached South America from North America by crossing through this land bridge or Panama corridor. So that is why there is a strong similarity with the animal diversity of North America because of this Panama land bridge. Then another peculiarity of South America is that they are also sharing with the tropical countries, because the Neotropical realm is actually in the equatorial region. So the animals present in Neotropical region, the South America is also seen in many other For example, you take Africa. There was a land connection with Africa around 250 million years back. Now the connection has, I think that splitting took place around 120 million years back. So before 120 million, there was a connection between South America and Africa, and because of that, we can still see many plants, many animals which are present in South America are also present in Africa. So that is the reason for that similarity. Now coming to the fish diversity, there are no carps. Carps means basically the labio, that kind of mullet, that is a carp species, and they are not present in South America, because if you take Asian countries and European countries, this carp is an important family. The carp species are very common, but in South America we are not seeing carp species, but other fish fauna are commonly present, and many of them are also endemic. And there is an electric eel. Here you can see this is the electric eel that is commonly present in South America. Then another fish is characins. Sometimes you can find in aquariums. So these fishes are also endemic to South America. Then electric catfishes are there. All these species. Then piranha. Piranha nowadays it is commonly cultivated as an aquacultural fish. So piranhas are also present in South America. Then there is one lungfish. Here you can find the lungfish. The name of the lungfish is Lepidosiren. Lepidosiren is a very big lungfish. They are known by the name lungfish because they have a lung inside, and the presence of lungfish shows that they have developed into amphibians. That is the importance of presence of lung. So fishes normally do not have a lung. They are breathing with the gills. So presence of lungs in a few fishes like this indicates that it was in the evolutionary past. Some of the fishes have developed into amphibians. So that is why the lungs are present in some fishes still. So Lepidosiren is a lungfish. Then we can find a garpike. This is also a very long fish, very large fish. You can see the length of the beak. So there is a very long fish known by the name carp. So these are some of the fishes that we are finding in the case of South America. The name of the lungfish is Lepidosiren paradoxa. It is present in Amazon River. Then catfishes also you can find. These are the catfishes that we are finding in different parts of South America. Then coming to amphibians. With regard to amphibian diversity, salamander is an important animal. And sometimes these salamander are called tiger salamanders. No, because a tiger, it has a yellow and brown stripe, or black or brown. Yellow stripes are there. Just like that, the salamander is also having yellow spots. That is why they are known as tiger salamander. And the importance of this salamander is that it is a frog-like animal, but they have a tail. If you take a frog, we have in these amphibians we have only mostly frogs here. Frogs and toads are only present in India. There is one tailed amphibian called newt is present, but it's not very common. Only in Darjeeling area we can find this newt. But salamander is that it is a tailed amphibian, presence of tail. Then another frog is the piper. See here you can see that they are rearing their babies on the back. So wherever they are moving, they will be carrying their baby frogs also with them. So that is the importance of, and because of that we call it as a midwife frog or something. Piper is another important animal. Then this is the toad that you can find here. Toad is mainly represented in dry regions of South America. Then amphibians are belonging to the genus Rana are present, just like the common frog that we are finding here. Then coming to the reptiles, in the case of reptiles, they have a poisonous reptile known by the name Heloderma. Heloderma is a poisonous reptile. So here it's a very colorful animal. Here also you can find coral snake. Coral snakes are also poisonous. So those snakes which are poisonous are usually well highly colored. There is one reason for that why these animals are beautifully colored, or we call it as warning coloration. See, I am poisonous, so because animals do not want to use poison very often, because poison is mostly made up of protein, and producing this poison is a costly or expensive process for animal. So if they are losing the poison, they are actually losing their weapon. So even with a snake, unless you provoke the snake very aggressively, they are not going to bite you. Sometimes snakes bite but without injecting the poison, because once they lose their poison, it is like losing their weapon. So they are very careful in attacking. Even when they are attacking, most of the time they will not use the poison. They will give it as a dry bite. So most of the poisonous animals are usually very beautifully or very colored, and this type of coloration is known as a warning coloration. It is a sign given to other animals that please move away, please stay away from me because I am poisonous. It is better for me, so if you not to attack me or not to capture me because I am poison. So in order to convey that message, they are giving this warning coloration, and warning coloration helps other animals to easily detect, easily notice this animal, so they will keep away. So that is the purpose of this beautiful coloration in many of these poisonous animals. See here also you can find pit viper. See, pit viper is a poisonous animal. See how beautifully if they are colored yellow color. Now one important thing about other animals is that except primate, you take a dog. Dog cannot see any color. You take a cat. Cat cannot see any color. They are seeing the world in black and white, just like the black and white film. They are seeing the world. Only primates, only monkeys and human beings can see color. So why? But some insect they can see color, like honeybees, butterflies. They can all see color. But not all animals cannot see the world in color. So only few animals are capable of. Here also you can find another snake called Typhlops. Typhlops is also present here, very small thread-like snake. Sometimes we call as blind snake, Kurudan, Pamba. So that is the Typhlops. So Typhlops is a non-poisonous snake, but it is also present in India. It is present in North Africa. So that shows that there is some connection with India and Africa in the evolutionary past. So pit viper, this kind of vipers are also present here because they have in this region they have a loreal pit. You might have studied about loreal pit in pit viper. It is like a temperature sense organ. With the help of that loreal pit, they are able to detect the presence of warm-blooded animal. For if there is a rat, rat is a prey for a snake. So loreal pit will be able to distinguish or detect the presence of warm-blooded prey like a rat or other animals, so that they can capture it. So that is the purpose of this. Pit vipers are also present in our forest. If you are walking in a forest floor, many of the time we can see pit vipers. Like in Kerala we call it as churutta or something. Then here you can see a different type of crocodile called caiman. Slight difference in their shape. So it is almost like a crocodile but slightly different, also a larger reptile. Then another larger animal is the turtle. Turtles are also very big, sometimes 1 meter, sometimes more than 1 meter. And they have a flipper. This is known as a flipper. And these flippers will be helping the turtle to move, to swim in the water. So that is why. So it is actually a modified reptile, but primarily this turtle is living in water. So it is an aquatic reptile. Caiman is also an aquatic reptile. Then we can find birds. Coming to the bird diversity of South America, there is a rich diversity of birds. So South America are sometimes called a bird continent because different species of birds are present in South America. That is why South America is known as a bird continent. The bird that you are seeing here is rhea. Rhea is an important and bird of South America. See, it's very similar to the ostrich. So, okay, people are saying there are different spelling. Okay, so it's a very similar to the birds in African region. That's why. So there used to be some connection with Africa. That is the reason why many of the species have a similar body shape. See, this is another bird called Tinamus. Tinamus is also unique to South American region. Then here you can find what is this is. Can anybody tell what is this animal? This is a mammal. It is not opossum. It is actually sloth. This is the sloth. A very slow moving, very shy animal. Moves most of the time it will be staying in a branch of a tree. So that is the nature of a sloth. Then in addition to sloth, opossums are there. Now opossum is actually a marsupial animal. See, marsupials are only present in, nowadays most commonly present in Australia. But there is one continent in addition to Australia where marsupial animals are also present, that is South America. So in the case of South America, opossums are there and few species of opossums are present. Then lot of different species of monkeys are present, rabbit, deer, etc., squirrels, etc., anteaters are present. So South America is very rich in animal diversity. Here you can see that the breaking of South America from Africa took place around 110 million years ago. So before that, South America and Africa are connected with each other. That is the reason why still we are seeing this animal, still we are seeing a lot of similarity with South America. Then another point you can find is that there is called the Panama Corridor or Panama Land Bridge, which is known as isthmus. Isthmus means a land connection. And this isthmus of Panama, that bridge came into existence about 2 to 3 million years ago. That is 2 to 3 million means around 20 lakhs or 30 lakh years back. Only this Panama connection or Panama land bridge came into existence. Before that, South America and North America are two separate continents. There was no land connection. When Panama Bridge came into existence, the animals from South America can move to North America, and similarly North American animals can move to the South America. And this migration of animals between South and North and South is known as the Great American Interchange. So this is an important one in the evolutionary history of animals. The Great American Interchange enabled many animals from North America to move to South. For example, you take horse. The evolution and origin of horse took place in North America. From North America, they migrated to South America. They migrated to Europe. From Europe, they reach Asia. So it is basically the evolution origin of horse took place in North America. So that is the importance of this. Here you can see that there was a connection with Africa, Australia, and India, New Zealand, and Antarctica for a long time. That is the reason why these animals, many of the animals that we are presently seeing in South America, are showing similarities with the animals present in even with Antarctica. There are a lot of similarities because South America is very near to Antarctica, and there was a land connection with Australia, Antarctica, and South America. If you look at the map, you can clearly see that. Then see the South American species like Virginia opossum and armadillo, they moved into North America. So right now we are finding this opossum and armadillo, but actually they came from South America. And similarly, North Americans like ancestors of camels, llama, they also migrated from North America to South America. And the long-term effect of interchange was extinction of many South American species. Because when animals from North America migrated into South America, what happened is that many of the animals, traditional animals or native animals of South America, they were unable to stay in competition. So more advanced animals always survive weaker animals always perish. That is a rule of the nature. So if you are not very competitive, other people will come and take all your job. That is what is normally happening. So be competitive. In the use of animals also, that is the rule. So those animals which are better adaptation always win. So that is the diversity of animals of the South America. Now we have 5 more minutes.